Greetings once again, friends. I have another mystery box opening for you. This time it is from Nerdy Girl Comics on Instagram. I will leave a link to her information or put her information down in the info below. This is a $200 mystery box. She might, I don't know if she has any available, but she had a number of options. She had $50, $100, $200, $300, and $500 mystery boxes. So I went for the 200, kind of in the middle-ish. This is the first time I've gotten a mystery box from her. If you haven't seen her content on Instagram, check it out. She has a lot of great stuff. The stuff she posts is insane. So if you're a big fan of comics, particularly old comics, you might want to check that out. Before I open this up, if you are a fan of mystery boxes, I do have some mystery boxes of my own for sale. I have a video talking about them a little bit, kind of give you an idea of what's in there. If you are interested in one, please let me know. Either hit up my Instagram or my Facebook, and we can get it worked out for you. So I assume if you're watching this, you have some interest in comic mystery boxes. So if you want to give one of mine a try, then that'd be great. So let's jump in here. It came in a square box. I don't know how it is inside here, so I didn't open it. I don't know if they're just like in there or if they're boxed within a box. So I didn't open this yet. Which means I need to use a knife. And as always, when I have to use a knife, I have my safety officer here to keep me safe. You can do your job this time, because last time you almost let me kill myself. Alright. Let us see what is in here and how we did. I don't think that this run of mystery boxes had like a grand prize like some do, which I like. I don't like mystery boxes that have a grand prize, because then you're kind of playing the lottery, and that usually means the box that you get if you didn't win the grand prize might not be really worth it. So I prefer, I can understand that some mystery boxes in a run can be better than others, have bigger hits than others, but I feel when there's a grand prize, if you don't get that grand prize, you're kind of missing out. You're not getting your full value's worth, or you're not getting what it could have been if there was no grand prize that have to be kind of taken into account in all the non-winning boxes. So I don't think this had grand prizes, but again, I got something that's graded. I got two things that are graded. Not expecting that. Okay. Yeah, there's two slabs in here. Alright, so what do we get from Nerdy Girl Comic Mystery Boxes? This is kind of taped weird. Alright, so what is this? Huh. That is actually kind of cool. So, X-Men #1 at a 9.8? Sorry for that. This got slabbed poorly. So as I read that 9.8, I saw this. You can see that right there. Like it's bent down. So I can't imagine that they would have given this a 9.8 with that bent down like that. So that must have happened in the slabbing process. Good job, CGC. So it's not actually a 9.8, even though it says 9.8. Interesting. But I mean, that's kind of cool. Like, I don't have this book. It's not like a hugely rare book, but to have it slabbed in kind of a 9.8 is kind of cool. All right, I'll go with that. The other slab, and then there's some raw books in here as well. So this is a tape on it. Necroscope #1 and a 9.4. I have no idea what this is. It is Malibu Comics. Martin Powell. Adapted by Martin Powell. There's no mention of any sort of significance to it. I mean, that's a cool cover. That image is really cool for sure. It's like a vampire skull that still has its tongue. I'll have to look this up. I have no idea what this is. I've never heard of this. Maybe it's good. Maybe it is not so good. I guess we'll find out when I look it up. Oh, what's this? Oh, I got a little card. Welcome to your mystery box. So you just opened your all-new Nerdy Girl mystery box. Here's what to do next. Number 1, get excited. Your box is here. Done. 2, snap a picture. 3, tag me on social media. All right. Okay. So, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 raw books in here. So 9 books total. Not bad. Right, next. Action Comics number 434. This is kind of funny. So Superman going to the dentist. I mean, it's in nice shape. I mean, it's probably high mid-grade. I would guess. Kind of fun. Next up, Rawhide Kid number 66. That's kind of cool. So, some Silver Age. And it's low grade. Not super low grade, but it is low grade. Next up, Marvel Tales. So this looks to be a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man number 18, which I just recently had graded. So that's kind of cool. Marvel Tales number 13. And this is square bound. This is thick. So there's something else in here. Let's see. It's mixed. Where do you see one of our grooviest heroes from the frantic 50s? So Marvel Boy. So it looks like a reprint of Marvel Boy book. Yeah, meh. Next up. What If 33? Already have this. It has a pretty good color breaking crease on that corner there. What if Dazzler had become the Herald of Galactus? What if Iron Man was trapped in the time of King Arthur? So, because of that crease, I doubt this is in better condition than the one I have already. Next up. Challengers of the Unknown 38. That's kind of cool. Featuring the menace the Challengers made. 38. Yep. This is getting to be low grade. There's a lot of rusting up top, kind of all around the book, but mostly it's viewable up top there. Got two more. The Superman book, Superman 311. Seems to be in okay shape. Nothing super spectacular. And the last one, Batman number 323, The Shadow of the Cat. Because you demanded it, the return of the Catwoman. Is this her last caper? Return of the Catwoman. So I don't know if this, like, Catwoman had been on hiatus for a while with this, or it's just that, yeah, she was in 3 months ago and you wanted her back. Here she is again. That I am not sure. So I'll have to look that one up as well. So overall, I'm not real sure. I'll look the books up for things like if I'm missing any significances and for value, and I will be right back then with my my closing thoughts. All right. So, how do we do? My face look ecstatic? All right. So, looking everything up, X-Men 1 at a 9.8 would probably, and this cover is probably the one of the least valuable covers. There's 4 covers total. They all connect together, but the one with Magneto and Cyclops and Wolverine sell the best. Then there's this one and one with like Beast and Storm. I mean, I like this one. I really like Colossus, so that's fine. But it isn't worth as much in reality as the other ones. I mean, the print run was the same and all that, but people want the Magneto and the Wolverine Cyclops one the most. So I would say, and I'm going to be as generous as I can. I'm going to be as generous as I can with these prices. I'm trying to do like retail, as close as I can to sort of retail. X-Men 1 at a 9.8. This cover, it's probably worth about $80. But it doesn't matter what the label says. This book is not a 9.8. Again, with this corner folded down like that, which, and it's being slabbed, so you can bet that that's down good. There's no way that the book inside this is a 9.8. So at best, and I think this is generous, it is a 9.6 in a 9.8 label. So if I price it out as a 9.6, which I still think is generous, I don't think if I open this and send it back in as it is, it would get a 9.6. $40. All right. Necroscope, number 1 at a 9.4. I could not find any of these graded that have sold. Went to eBay, went to Go Collect. They're like, nope. I found raw copies of this for anywhere from like $1 to $3. So slabbed, I don't know. Like, it isn't anything. I don't know why this would have been graded in the first place, but it isn't anything. So, again, to be generous, I would say it's probably worth about the cost of the slab, because it's not like it's a 9.8. It's a 9.4 of a nothing book. So, I'm going to say like $15. Batman number 323. This is just a normal Bronze Age Batman book. The only somewhat significance to it is that it's the first time that Catwoman and Catman meet. But, okay. It's not like they have some huge history or... It wouldn't be like in the notes if this was graded or anything. It's just something that happens to be in there that people seem to have mentioned on auctions that sold. So it is, all it is a high mid-grade Batman bronze book. So $15. Superman number 311. This book is nothing. In the grade that it's in, $3. Challengers of the Unknown, 38. I mean, it is a Silver Age issue. It has a lot of problems. I mentioned that the front had a lot of rusting and foxing. The back is worse. It is low grade. It probably doesn't look as low grade as it actually is because I doubt the camera picks up as much of that as is actually there. So, and it's Challengers of the Unknown. I mean, I like Challengers of the Unknown, but it's not exactly a hot property. So I put that at $10. What If 33? This book is also nothing. It's just a What If issue, and it has a color break increase. I would expect I would expect to see this in back issue bins at $2. Marvel Tales 13. It's reprints. It's not in great shape. Again, I opened it up. I looked at the back. There's a tear here into it. It's low grade. It's low grade reprints. Low grade bronze. I mean, it's reprints of Silver Age and Golden Age stuff, but it came out. It is a Bronze Age book. So I believe it's bronze. Well, that might be Silver Age. I didn't look at the year. But either way, it's I put $5 on it. Rawhide Kid 66. I'll give it to it. It's a cool cover. But it's kind of like, Challengers of the Unknown. It's a Silver Age book. That's cool, but it's a Silver Age book of a character that, I think Rawhide Kid is okay, but it's not like a hot property, which means, like, if we're just talking about value, obviously means it's not going to be a very valuable book. It is in low grade. Again, it's one of those where it probably doesn't come over on camera very well, but if you look at the bottom there, it is all folded and chipped up and tore up down there. So I put this at $10. And last, Action Comics number 434. This book is also nothing. It's a Bronze Age. It's a Action Bronze Age. It's in nice shape. The cover is kind of cool. I will give it that. But it is just a Bronze Age action with nothing to note. So I put it at $10. And I am doing my best to give the benefit of the doubt on everything here. Whenever I decided to sort of round something, I rounded up. Just to kind of push that value up as much as I could. So, as it is, I put the value of that box at $110. Paid $200 for it. Not super ecstatic. Again, I understand that there are no guarantees with mystery boxes. I hope for at least value, and I definitely did not get it. I understand a big portion of that is, I don't know, this was supposed to be the good hit in here, but it's not. I don't know what my bad luck with mystery boxes is. The last mystery box I opened, well, aside from the last Boxed Heroes, the hit was that first appearance of Firelord, and it had the Marvel stamp removed. This is probably supposed to be my big hit, and it is not what it appears to be. It is, again, I think calling this a 9.6 is generous. It's probably more likely a 9.2, 9.4. So even if that was a 9.8 without any problems, this would still only be a $150 box. Not real happy with it, to be perfectly honest. I'd seen a while ago one of her boxes opened, one of the cheaper boxes, and it looked great. Like, it was a $50 box, and it had a Wolverine Volume 1, number 1 first print, or not first, number 1 Volume 1 in there, and like, wow, that's a pretty good hit for a $50 mystery box. So I guess I had high hopes, but I don't know. Maybe, like, if this was a $100 mystery box, I would be okay. I wouldn't be blown away by it. I'd be, that's a fair $100 mystery box. At $200, wow. Maybe there was a mistake and I accidentally got sent a $100 mystery box. That's rough. Yeah, I basically lost $100 on this, and there really isn't anything I can do with these. Right? I'll probably keep this because, like, I can't get rid of it. Like, I can't sell this as a 9 point. I can't, in good conscience, sell this to someone as a 9.8 because it's not. It's not. And selling it as a 9.2, 9.4, it isn't worth it. I mean, this. What is this? I guess. Is it a cool cover? Yes, that is a cool cover. But what? But no one knows what this is. And these other things, there's nothing great about them. They're not, like, if one of these was like super, super high grade, like if this was super high grade and I could slab it and it gets, like, you know, a high grade, then maybe I could do something with that. Maybe somebody would want that. But as it is, yeah, it's a $15 book. I don't know. So yeah, not super excited. So that's it. Let me know if you've gotten mystery boxes from Nerdy Girl Comics. Let me know how you did and what your experience has been. As it is, like, I was really excited about this. I was really excited, and I wanted it to be great, and I wanted to end this with, everyone go get some of these boxes. They are off the chain. As it stands, I can't suggest, like, I will reach out and I will make sure that I got the right box, right? Because if this was a $100 box sent to me by mistake, again, I understand mistakes happen as long as it's made right, then I would say this is a fair box. But if that's not the case, if this was a $200 box that I paid the $200 for and got, I cannot suggest in any way purchasing it. And maybe I just got super unlucky, and I tried to be as generous as I could with the evaluations. But as much as I tried to give the benefit of the doubt and raise up the price, couldn't get there. So again, let me know what you think. If you've had experience with Nerdy Girl Comics, Again, I will plug my own mystery box, and I understand. I don't guarantee value in mine because it is so subjective. I will say nothing like this would happen. What I do guarantee is I tried my best to put value in there, but it's hard to say because it's subjective. Even saying that, even being really, really, really nice in the subjective way could not get near the price of this box. But hit me up if you want one of mine. I think they're fun, but obviously I'm biased. But anyway, that's it. Have a good rest of your day, and make yours Titan. I guess I'm just not in the mood to do the whole thing. The whole thing. All right. Bye. Hey, so I wanted to do a follow up on this whole mystery box thing. I didn't want to post this until I had the chance to follow up with the seller. I know if anything, I think that I'm fair and reasonable. So I didn't want to leave anyone with impressions due to an incomplete story or incomplete information. So I went ahead and I waited on putting this video out just so I kind of knew where everything stood in the end. So I reached out to the seller of this box, and I think I wasn't making any demands or anything like that. I was just kind of, I started with like, listen, I understand there's no guarantees on mystery boxes. I know that I bought this $200 mystery box. I know you also sell $100 mystery boxes. I just want to check to make sure that there wasn't some sort of mix-up, and I got the wrong one. Because I mean, if that was the case, like that's fine. And things happen. I had the mystery box where the first appearance of the Fire Lord, and I reached out to them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we messed up," and they made it right. So again, no harm, no foul. So just checking to see if something weird happened. Because I put the values out there. It's like, I think I come up with like $110 and for this $200 mystery box, and I think I was really generous on a lot of my evaluations. So there's clearly something going on here. So she came back and she said like, no, I'm pretty sure that was a $200 mystery box that you got. Like, oh, okay. Well, and I said like one of the biggest problems was this. Buried here. The X-Men with the bent-in corner. And I told her about that, and I sent her a picture of the corner and everything. And she said like she struggles with this one. She says like, yeah, that's unfortunate. It's like that, but it's still a 9.8. You can have it sent in, and they'll re-slab it. And then I was like, I don't think that this is a 9.8. I don't think they would re-slab this and put it back and relabel it 9.8. At least I hope they wouldn't. I would really, really be worried about the company, their authority, their trustworthiness if they took this book out and relabeled as a 9.8, because the book isn't a 9.8, right? Label aside, you crack this case and take this book out. If you were to resubmit it, it would not get a 9.8 because this is bent all the way down. It's creased. I'm guessing, and I can't really see from this angle, but it's probably color broke. But at the very least, it's a hard crease that even with the press, you would still see that there was a crease there. So no matter what this says, it's not a 9.8. If you recall, a while ago, I sent in 2 Amazing Spider-Man 101s to CBCS, and they were vastly different. One was a 3.0 that had like a tear in the center of the page. And the other was a 6. So it was a mid grade, and they came with each other's labels, right? Well, it's not just about what's on the label, right? Just because that Amazing Spider-Man 101 that has a rip down the center of it is in a slab that says 6.0 doesn't magically make it a 6.0 book. It still has a rip down it. And the other side of that, the book that was a 6.0 that has a 3.0 label, it doesn't make that one a 3.0 just because that's what the label said. It clearly isn't a 3.0. So this is not a 9.8 book. Even if it was, I'd have to pay to send it in and get it cracked and re-slabbed. So it's not, the value of this isn't at 9.8, a 9.8 slab. The value I put this at, I think, was extremely generous when I calculated the values, saying I'll put it at the value of a slab 9.6. Really, the real value of this is probably just what this book is raw, because as it is, it's you can't call this a 9.8. It's just, it isn't. It isn't. So what I would do with this book, or any book, what I do with any book in this situation, is I would break it out and have it be what it is. If the state that it's in, it's worth sending in and getting regraded, I would do that. But in this case, it's not, right? The book as it is isn't worth getting it graded. It's a $10 book at best. And with the bend, it will probably get back a 9.2 at best. It's not worth grading. So this book, in actuality, is probably worth what it is outside the slab, which is like $5 to $10. So taking that into account, if this is again being generous, if this is a $10 book, that means the value in the mystery box is well under $100 that I paid $200 for. And for those of you that follow me on Instagram, like before this video went out, before anything, I posted a picture of this and asked for opinions. Like, what is this? What do you do with this? What is this worth? Facebook and Instagram. And I mean, people who follow me are pretty smart, I think, because we call kind of like, yeah, you just have to crack it and resubmit it if it's worth it, which it's not. Maybe you can sell it, but say like this is what it is, in which case, it's not the value of a slab 9.8 because it's not what it is. So anyway, she kind of stuck to her guns as far as I've heard, and saying like her position is this is an X-Men 1 9.8, and that's what it is. Strongly disagree. She also came back and said grades are subjective. Again, I agree. Grades are subjective. But to be off by over now like $100, like there's subjectivity, and there's something else. She did mention that, she's having troubles with, like, she's thinking about not doing mystery boxes anymore because grading is so subjective. Plenty of people do mystery boxes and do fine. I've purchased $100 mystery boxes, and the value I get out that I think is $80, and I don't throw a fit about it. It's just, our values were different. There's the subjectivity. I think there is a fair subjectivity. Like, they say 100, I say 80. Chalk it up to subjectivity. Fine. $200 to less than $100 of value, that's more than subjectivity. I'm sorry. So to me, it almost, and this is purely conjecture, but to me it sounds like this is not the first problem she's had with her mystery boxes. I know for a fact she's had it before. Following her on Instagram, she's posted a question of like, what do you do when there's this issue with value in mystery boxes? So I'm not the first to have this problem. If she's considering not doing mystery boxes at all, to me that sounds like it's an ongoing problem. And at what point do you realize that if there's so many people having problems to the point where you can't do mystery boxes anymore, like there's one constant in that, right? Um, may, maybe her valuations aren't, I don't know. Anyway, there's two kind of things that I really wanted to follow up on, the the service that she provides, and two, sort of the business side, the business response. And I'm not trying to call anyone out or cause any problems or whatever, but I did get this mystery box. I did have this experience, and I think it's only fair that I share my experience and my thoughts on it. For those that view my channel that might consider buying mystery boxes, I think everyone that's watched my viewings, I feel that I'm fair on everything that I've done so far. And from the comments that I read, and I do read all comments and reply to nearly everyone, the feeling that I get is that people also feel that I am fair in my evaluations. And I'm not out of bounds with the things that I do and say. And I'll say, yeah, this mystery box was fair. Maybe it just wasn't for me, or I didn't agree on the valuation, and that's fine. That's what you get with mystery boxes. I just won't get it again. If you, the viewer, disagree with my valuation and thought it was of good value, then you go ahead and buy one. That's fine. So there's that angle where I can say that I wouldn't buy one of these mystery boxes again, just because as evaluators of comics, we clearly don't agree. Now, she does more than mystery boxes. She does a lot of selling. I've mentioned earlier in this video. To me, it's days later, but earlier in this video, that she sells a bunch of stuff, a bunch of really high-end stuff. She goes to shows and all that. I think whether it be mystery boxes or stuff she's just selling, we're probably just really far apart on how to evaluate and value things, to the point where we probably wouldn't be able to make any deals on anything. And that's fine. That's fine. There's plenty of people and places out there where their service or product just isn't for me, and that's fine. I wish them the best of luck. I wish them the best in business and all of that. You don't have to be either like a huge fan or totally against someone or a business. There can just be that middle ground of, this isn't for me. That's fine. Then there's also the business aspect. That is what I'm struggling with more. We had this back and forth where we kind of clearly came to the disagreement on values. And that's, again, I never asked for anything. Mystery box is a mystery box. You get what you get. I started the whole thing with, hey, was there a mistake? Because it's a reasonable thing, I think, knowing that she has this mystery box of $100. Did you accidentally send me the wrong one? So it got to the point where she said, "So what do you want to do? What do you want to do?" And at that point, I did the same thing that I do I would do with anyone, right? I did the same thing I did with that other mystery box that had the hit had the value stamp taken out, which clearly wasn't intended. I said, you tell me what you think is the right thing to do. Like, you do what you think is the right thing to do. And that's what we'll do. This is your business. As a business owner. You do what you think is correct. In this case where there's obviously a difference of whether or not a wrong had happened, it's a little bit different than the Fire Lord one, where it was clear, like right back they came and said, "Oh yeah, we messed up. That should not have happened." Right. So in this case, I said, if you think that there is a wrong to be righted, in this case, you do what you think you should do in order to right that wrong. Again, myself as a small business owner, I understand you get put in situations where a customer isn't happy with something, and you do what you can, to rectify the situation. Even before I was a business owner, this was just stuff happens. I understand. This is the situation. The stance I took, I've always taken, because I think it by putting it in their court, it tells you what kind of a business owner they are. For me personally, that's just why I kind of do that. And usually what happens is they decide to do something and they make it right. And I'm a bigger fan of the business than I was before, right? The Fire Lord example. I would buy one of those mystery boxes again. They messed up. They fixed the situation admirably and reasonably. So I was like, hey, you as a business entity, you care about your customers. You want that repeat business. I respect doing the right thing. So I'm a bigger fan of you than before, anything happened. So really what it is, it's really a chance for businesses to not only just kind of generally do what's right, but in my eyes, set them above and beyond. So I sent that out. And then I said, if you don't think a wrong has happened, then we disagree on value. I bought the mystery box as is. We disagree on that value. You think it's worth 200 or whatever. I think it's worth 100, less than 100, whatever. And we go along our way. Like I got what I paid for. There were no guarantees. If you don't think a wrong has happened, but if you do, then do what you think is right. And no demands, nothing. That was 2 days ago. Greater than 48 hours, and I have not heard back. So I assume that's that at this point. I mean, I know, like I've seen her post things on Instagram, so I know that she's been on Instagram to see my messages. Whether or not she's read them or not, I don't know, but I have not heard back. So that's where it is. And I'm not telling anyone here not to do business with this person or buy their mystery boxes or buy other stuff. I mean, everything is up to each individual. I'm not trying to start anything by any means. But I think it's only fair if I have an experience, I share that experience. And I'm trying to stick just to, like, here are objective facts, right? Now, we can say subjective on the values of these things, but it is an objective fact that we differ greatly on that subjectivity, and it created the situation, right? That's an objective fact. It's an objective fact of the things that I sent and said about, if you think that there is a wrong, you decide how to fix it. It is an objective fact that I haven't heard from them in 2 days. So, it is what it is. When you get mystery boxes, you definitely take risks, and some risks are bigger than others. So, chalk it up to that. Again, I'm still not gonna make any demands or requests of what I think is a wrong be righted. It is up to her, and it is her business decision. If I do end up hearing back from her, I try to be as fair and reasonable and understanding as possible. If I do hear back, I will certainly mention it to everyone. But as of now, I don't know how long to wait without any response. I feel 2 days is reasonable. So that's it. I assume that's probably going to be the end of the story. But again, it's like I was saying, I'm not telling anyone out there to or not to do business with any particular entity ever. The decision is up to you. I am just saying this is what happened to me, and I think it's only fair that I share that experience. That's it. So that's it. Okay. Yeah. I think that's it. All right. Thanks. See you later for real this time. And I already did the Titan Snap thing, and you don't get 2 of them per video. So, later. This video was brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.